Welcome to ROFLcast, where we find out what the opposite of positivity is.
Musical guests!
The opposite of positivity is musical guests.
Whippet stocks!
What the fuck?
Bad influence to begin with. People pull apart it's making sense. When they say yes, happy songs, they say songs. Yeah.
Welcome everybody to a brand new edition of ROFLcast. I'm your host Achilles, like the mythical warrior you heard of old, but the only difference is he did something with his life, and I refuse to. As always, I'm joined by my mechanical keyboard with soft velvet keys and illuminated backlight, Doc Hollywood.
What's up?
That is the weirdest way I've ever described you.
It's very weird, but it works.
It works because that's the type of keyboard you're using now.
Exactly.
No one wants to hear about it. Can we move on? Christ.
Sorry. Jesus.
Listen. It's been a long time.
It has been.
How long has it been? I don't think
Too
we've
long. It's every ROFLcast we always start with it's been a long. Well, it has legitimately been a long time
because we do not do this on a regular basis.
No.
Are we going to commit to the people right now that we will do this on a regular basis?
We should be committed.
We will be committed. We will make a day, a DEY, that we will. The E is for energy, and we'll sit down
Clearly,
and we'll do it properly.
How often are we gonna actually have a schedule?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. So we're gonna have 2 ROFLcasts a month.
Yeah.
I'm in.
24 a year.
That's
25. We'll do one bonus big episode.
Jesus.
From the road.
It's asking
From the road. Yeah. You're going to
I'm in.
Lake Labish this week, right?
No, but okay.
Where are you going?
Grand Prairie.
GP. If we can get another ROFLcast in before then, we can make number 50 the road one.
We could. Are you gonna go?
I don't have nothing else to do.
It's Grand Prairie. There's not a lot there, but
Yeah, I know.
there'll be lots of booze.
There will be lots of booze and lots of boobs attached to very unattractive townies.
Yes, that will
Terrible
be
self-esteem. And I like those odds.
there. You like terrible self-esteem.
Yeah, I don't mind a busted face as long as they don't like themselves as well. If they dislike themselves as much as I hate them, we're on the right level.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
Yeah, but I can't respect women because I was molested a lot as a kid.
By women?
By men in robes.
Well, what?
Yeah, it was because I was raised in the Catholic Church.
Oh, okay. That all makes sense. Yeah.
But I was getting ass at an early age, and I was a weird-looking kid, so I mean, take it where you can get it, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, molestation
Never works for you.
It's not funny. We're making light of a situation. But molestation actually is super fun. Just it's a lot of niceness.
Really enjoyable.
You know what they say about summer girls, right?
No, what did they say?
Summer 10, summer 12. Boom. I'm upset with me. Dude, you don't have to press pause or stop. You don't have to delete this. I'm already mad for you. Listen, what ROFLcast does is we cover the latest trailers, songs from the latest trailers, as well as making light of horrific situations happening in the Catholic Church. Listen,
One of the many things that we do.
it seems like two completely unrelated things, but those are the two topics we've chosen to cover.
In this week's ROFLcast.
Just in every ROFLcast from now
That's
on.
all we
It's like
cover is just
the atrocities of the Catholic Church and why it's not so bad that they did it.
And the music from
And the music
trailers.
from the latest trailers.
Movie trailers, okay.
Listen, it's a match made in heaven, if I may say so.
We're going for that really big niche there.
Yeah.
We're carving out our own niche.
Extremely specific demographic who wants the Catholic Church to be defended by people that don't believe in God. And then also are like curious about what's that song on that trailer?
Yeah,
I was
hey, you
wondering
never
what
know,
that
right?
song is. How have you been, dude?
I've been great. I've been good, you know. Been traveling lots, doing lots, partying lots. I think the last time...
you've been traveling lots?
No.
How adorable.
Yeah?
That you think that.
Yeah, well, what have you been doing?
Nothing. Just chilling at home.
Staying at home.
Staying at home.
Just watching movies.
I traveled the world, sir.
The world?
Last ROFLcast.
That's pretty big.
Last time on ROFLcast, you left us. Last time these listeners left us, I was embarking on this journey that I might have died on.
Yeah, you were going to be going South America or something?
I went everywhere. I'm back, though. I did die twice, but thanks to voodoo magic, here we are.
Well done.
Speaking of voodoo magic, let's get back to the Catholic Church. How about you? What have you been doing?
I don't know. Playing too much StarCraft?
Okay, no, that's fucking exciting. In no way did your segment grind this to a fucking halt. All right, thanks everybody. That's all for ROFLcast this week.
We'll see you guys next week.
When we talk about the Archbishop Diocese and why the structure is proper. Also, what's that song on the Fright Night trailer?
I don't know. What is that song on the Fright Night trailer?
That's actually not on our list today. Though I did see Fright Night last night. And
Yeah.
I was
How was it?
I was in an altered state. As you know, you were with me right until I saw it.
Yeah, because I dropped you off.
You did.
I did.
That's what happened. I was altered. My body, my brain was altered.
Yes,
and
definitely.
I got there and I was wandering around the arcade, which was the most amazing thing I had ever seen at that moment.
The arcade was incredible.
Oh my god!
Like
Flashing
Time
lights.
Crisis.
No, dude, Time Crisis. I really believed that people were dying. All I could think about was reboot. I'm like, I'm murdering these people with this light gun. That's what I'm doing, and that's how intense it is. Also, flashing lights on like the card games and shit, clowns everywhere. It was too much for me to bear. And then Miss A is like, "Hey, you're gonna be late for the movie. You've been wandering around the arcade for 10 minutes.
We might want to go in."
You saw him. I didn't know she was there. She's like, "You saw me when you got in here. We made eye contact. I waved, and you immediately turned right and went to the arcade." It's like you saw a flashing light and were like sucked in. She's like, "Is anything wrong?" I was like, "No, nothing is wrong." And so we went up. I got into the theater. We got our 3D glasses. And when I got the 3D glasses, I had no idea that we were going to see Fright Night in 3 dimensions.
I didn't even know they made it in 3D.
They make everything in 3D, sir. All right.
Now it is.
Now, in 4D, in the case of Spy Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the deal with that?
No.
The Spy Kids movie, they're doing smell-o-vision. So,
what?
Yeah, so when you go to the movie, you get a little scratch and sniff card. So you can smell it
Are
while
you
you're watching the
fucking
movie.
kidding me?
I kid you not, sir.
That is fucking retarded.
But to be fair, this movie has the rare instance of having a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Congratulations, Spy Kids 4.
Congrats.
Isn't that ridiculous? 0%.
Was it Rodriguez who did it again?
Yeah. I mean, he's the one that owns the franchise.
Oh my god.
But you know what? Movie's still going to make $1 million.
Yeah, like it's for kids. Like I get it. It's kind of unique. It's kind of cool. But really, do they have to call it 4D?
There's a difference between there's a very big difference between making it for kids and making it a shitty fucking movie.
Yeah. That's true. Just because it's for kids doesn't mean it needs to be really shitty.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, kids aren't like, we had great movies when we were kids. Like,
did we?
Never Ending Story. That was a great goddamn movie, man.
I don't know if it still holds up.
Legend.
Need to
Legend
rewatch
was
it.
fucking awesome. Last Unicorn.
Legend.
Last Unicorn was dope.
See, and that's but it's our memory of these films. Like, when was the last time you watched these nostalgic films? Like, would they actually hold up?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
I think Tom Cruise fighting the devil and Looking for Unicorn will hold up extremely well.
Obviously.
Yeah.
With a premise like that, it's definitely got.
I mean, that's blockbuster gold. Why they haven't remade Legend, I'm shocked. Labyrinth was a good movie.
Yeah, Labyrinth was. But
We watched
as kids movies,
Man,
though.
that's
Like,
80s fantasy movies I'm only listing. I can't really think of any family movies we watched as kids that were live action.
oh, live action. I'm like
that weren't, like,
Beethoven.
Oh yeah, Beethoven's a good example. Beethoven was fucking awesome. What else was there?
Sandlot was an awesome
Sandlot
movie,
was
and
the
that
greatest movie ever.
No one will ever take that away.
Oh, Highlander 2. Great kids movie.
Oh yeah,
For families.
clearly.
I mean, there's
A horrible
aliens in
piece
it.
of
The whole
shit.
family would love that movie.
So what do we do here at ROFLcast? What are we talking about today?
We're gonna be talking about trailers, our movies. Listen, let's get back to the Catholic Church. This is not going well. It's been a long time.
It has been. Well, it's like
what?
I wanted to do the uncut first because I knew it had been so long
We
since
need
we had
time
to
to re-injuvenate.
to re-get into this. So why don't we make this
All right,
this is the uncut.
Nope.
No,
This is the
this
podcast.
isn't?
Listen, here's the first song.
Hope you guys are enjoying the ride.
Listen, after this song, we're gonna get our shit together. We're gonna calm down. No, what we need to do? We
What?
need to make a
What?
we need to do a proper song.
A proper song?
Let me give you an
As
example.
opposed to an improper song?
Yeah, something that gets takes this mood and kind of like takes the energy of what's happening right now,
Okay.
and puts it into a funnel and
Yep.
like makes it into like a beautiful beverage. Like if you spilled like fucking cream soda everywhere, it's fucking just a sticky mess, man.
Yeah,
At a picnic,
I wouldn't want
what?
that.
There's fucking cream soda.
Why'd
over
you
the
do that?
food,
What the
all over
fuck?
the chairs, the benches. You don't want that.
No.
It'll be on your. It's sticky. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's cream soda and pink
but-
shit all over me.
But if we get all the cream soda in a bottle, if we have a vessel to contain that energy of cream soda, it's a delicious
follow.
treat. It's a delicious summertime treat.
Yeah, you know.
to have on a picnic.
Some ice.
No one's gonna be on a picnic and be like, "Hey, you want some cream soda with some ice?" And they're not gonna be like, "No, fuck that." No, they'll be like, "Oh my god,
That'd be
what
amazing.
what a perfect summertime treat." Thank you, is what they'll say. And I know the song to do it.
What is it? What's
It's
the
Here
song?
I Am. Rock you like a hurricane. Yes, sir. We're going to play you some fucking Scorpions to start this off from the trailer for Killer Elite.
Here is Rock You Like a Hurricane.
All right, that was Scorpions with Rock You Like a Hurricane. Man, I feel like I'm in like a Transformers film.
Really? Was that in the Transformers film?
No, it's not even in any of the Transformers movies.
Then why
but
would
it's
it
like
make you feel that way?
Because it's like an 80s song, and it's like, Highway to the Danger Zone, and
I listened to
all those
the
songs
Transformers soundtrack. There are no 80s songs on that soundtrack.
like on the original cartoon from the 80s.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
there
yeah.
definitely is 80s songs
Yeah,
on
that,
it.
I guess.
Yeah.
When you say Transformers,
That's what I'm talking about. Why would I ever talk about that monstrosity of a trilogy that just got
because they
released
even
over
made
the last
billions
5
of
years?
dollars.
So did Avatar.
Avatar was good-ish.
Well, it's better than Transformers, I'll give you that.
What's weird is that even me, who I am as a person, has associated Transformers
Yeah.
with Michael Bayham.
Michael Bayham?
Bayham, like severe Bayham.
I don't understand that.
It's like
joke.
mayhem,
Oh.
but I put Michael Bay in it because Michael Bay makes mayhem movies. Listen,
Well done. Well done.
can you preface this so people know that we are not
Not what?
stoned?
Oh, yeah, we're not high, but the rent is too damn high.
That's right. The rent. Listen, we're not okay. We're okay. We're in the bottle now.
We are.
We're a delicious summertime drink.
We are, apparently.
Before it was fucking.
It was a hell of an analogy.
There
It
was shit.
just kept going and going and going. The metaphor for kings.
Shit was everywhere. Welcome back, everybody. That was a song that was already introduced to you from the movie Killer Elite.
What's Killer Elite?
I've
I've never heard of that.
I'll tell you a little about the film.
Let's hear about it.
It's directed by Gary McKendry.
Who?
The Gary McKendry.
What's he done?
BBC radio shows.
He's doing a movie that I care about?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here's the thing. It's starring Jason Statham.
Okay,
It's
I do like
starring
Jason Statham.
Clive Owen.
Okay, I do
Dominic
like Clive
Purcell.
Owen. I don't know who that is, but
That guy's fucking dope. And Bobby De Niro. I call him
Okay.
Bobby because we're friends. We're
yeah,
tight.
You're
like
tight.
them.
You and Robert De Niro.
Listen,
You go
we're-
way back to the Godfather days.
Now that we're back on track,
Yeah.
we're both having some fruit snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that comes.
Just a little energy.
That's something that puts you back in the bottle. We lured cream soda back into the bottle of fruit snacks.
Okay.
Yeah. Killer Elite is a movie about it's a controversial book it's based off of
Mm-hmm.
about real events about a group of assassins trying to kill a member of the British SAS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, fucking Clive Owen versus Jason Statham with Bobby De Niro in it. Like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
The movie's gonna rock it. And come on, Rock You Like a Hurricane. That is the best song to put in a fucking trailer.
Yeah, it's a good song to put in a trailer for sure.
Okay, yeah, you're really helpful. Fucking asshole. Okay, so I saw Fright Night in 3D in an altered state.
Yeah.
I sat down. We had fucking. I like M&Ms with popcorn.
Yeah.
When I'm altered, and
altered.
holy shit! When I found out we had it, I went fucking insane.
You were very happy,
I was
man.
the happiest kid on the planet. And the 3D in what's it called in
Fright Night?
Fright Night was good. There was a couple scenes where they do the kind of funny cheesy thing where they throw blood at the screen or they show like blood things spurting
Yeah.
everywhere. That were super fake, but it was fun. Like it's kind of like they're winking at the audience. Like, yeah, we know it's 3D. We're gonna do that little 3D nod there.
Now, do you think if you were not in an altered state that the film itself wouldn't have been as good?
I don't know. I think I like it just the same.
Yeah.
It's like the movie was a really, really good episode of Buffy.
Did it feel like a remake, or did it feel like
Nope.
something entirely new?
Something entirely new.
Okay. Because the
Here's what I
original
love-
one was pretty campy. Like it was pretty,
yeah.
it wasn't
And they
straight
wink
on.
At it. They
Yeah.
wink at it, the old one, which I love. This movie though, it's like it doesn't do all that build up. Oh, let's try to misdirect the audience into thinking he's not really a vampire. Let's have like
Does
the
it like do jump
slow
scares or?
burn. A little bit, not really. Let's do that slow burn, trying to figure out if he's like. No, it's none of that. Within like 10 minutes of the movie or 5 minutes of the movie, he's like, yeah, my neighbor's a fucking vampire. Shit. And he,
Okay,
like,
so they just get right into
they
it.
just get into it. None of that build up bullshit. None of that
So it's
crazy
more,
backstory.
it's more like an
bullshit.
action film sort of plot way to go about it, as opposed
Well,
to
you know,
like that
even action
slower
films
horror.
sometimes take time, right? Like sometimes action films, like for example X2, will start off with like a huge action scene, then do a bunch of story bullshit, and then that'll move you into the next fight scene plot.
Yeah.
But this is just like what everything you see in the trailer happens in the first half of the film.
Huh.
Second half of the film is all fucking new to me. And I think about like 5 minutes into the film when they first start doing the vampire shit, Miss A took a pretzel bite. Have you seen those?
No.
It is a small ball of a pretzel, dipped it in some liquid cheese, put it in my mouth. I've never felt so good in my life.
No, that was like the pinnacle moment in
I
your
never
life.
knew that.
Is when
First
you
of all,
ate.
A, I love cheese.
Yeah.
B, I never knew that shit existed. C, pretzels are like 42nd on my favorite foods to snack on list.
40 seconds.
It seems low.
It does, yeah. But when you combine it with the cheese,
Oh yeah, it moves up to like 23, which
Oh.
once again seems low, but there's a lot of delicious food out there.
it's true. There is a lot of delicious food out there.
So yeah, I was tearing through popcorn. I had a smorgasbord of terrible food, so I feel like shit today. The movie itself, though, like once again, it's made by Marty Noxon. She did the screenplay. She was a showrunner on Buffy for many, many years. She also did, I think No, she didn't do Firefly. While I'm looking up what Marty Noxon did, why don't you talk a little bit about your experiences watching the trailer for Fright Night?
Well, I saw the original movie back in the 90s. I think it came out in the 80s, though, but I was way too young to be watching that shit back then. So when I saw the trailer, it actually looked pretty badass. The Colin Farrell's in it, and some people love him or hate him, but he looked really badass in it. You should definitely go check out the trailer. I'm not going to say that the movie's worth going to, although Achilles over here seems to be giving it high praise.
It's a perfect summer movie.
A perfect summer movie.
Yeah, because for a summer movie, you want it to be fun, you want it to be kind of funny, you want it to have good action and good acting. And it had all of that. It was a well-written, well-done movie without any frills or gimmicks. It's just a solid vampire movie.
So it was as good as X-Men First Class?
X-Men First Class is a different movie.
Okay. But it has
X-Men
all
First
those
Class-
things that you just said to make it a good summer movie.
Well, it wasn't like that movie was more dramatic, right? This one's just more fun. And I don't think I'd ever describe X-Men First Class as fun, but I would describe it as very good.
So this is more like Snakes on a Plane.
Six on Flame was shit though. That was just a bad movie. This is a good movie that was
Oh,
fun.
okay.
It's rare to have it. Marty
And it was
Noxon.
okay. I will give you this. It's a vampire film that's not fucking Twilight. So
Oh, thank God. Yeah. Here's the thing. When I'll give you minor spoilers. All happen within the first 5 minutes of the movie. Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who you might remember from Superbad as McLovin and Kick-Ass as Red Tornado.
Yeah.
He he's like, hey, by the way, your neighbor is a vampire. And it's like, Jerry, my neighbor Jerry's a vampire. Jerry's a terrible name for a vampire. And he's like, no, man, he's a fucking straight up vampire. And he's like, so what does he want? Like, some Twilight loving bullshit? And then he goes on to say, fuck Twilight. I can't believe you ever think that I'd ever like Twilight.
What?
Yeah, so I was like, that's where they got me. And after that, he said, listen, your neighbor is like the shark from Jaws. He's not here to do some elaborate plot. He just wants blood and to kill people.
this was in the first 10 minutes.
This is in the first 10 minutes.
Wow.
First 5 minutes even. And like, it just takes you and it fucking moves right
Yeah.
away. And then they're not seeing where they finally break into the neighbor's house to investigate and shit happens in the first 15.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, this movie moves at a breakneck pace, but shit just keeps happening, and it's good, and it's funny, and it's entertaining. I know that, it's a cool story about the love story between the girl and the guy, because the guy is that nerdy guy that's now dating the girl that's way too hot for him.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of moving into her clique group, but this girl isn't your typical blonde bimbo, whatever, and he realizes that she likes him because he was a nerd, and it gives her a very authentic love story. Like, I felt so empathic towards him because I had two different lives as the hockey boy or the hot girl in high school, and also as my nerd side, and those two groups never really colliding. And I so identified with this film, just seeing that this guy could be cool and nerd at the same time, and how that evolution changes you, and have a girlfriend that's just not that typical Barbie retard in this character. It was awesome because in movies you never see that, right? Megan Fox is the most one-dimensional character in Transformers, right? Whereas in this movie, this girl was so three-dimensional. I love the movie.
I almost feel like I need to go watch it just so I can either affirm everything that you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best movie ever, but I'm saying
or go so I can come back and be like,
fight me.
you are a lying piece of shit. It's the most horrible movie I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe I paid money to see this.
like me and you and Tron.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, no,
that's
but I don't know. Tron had its merits. I will give it that. Tron did have some merits.
You fought with me for fucking hours on
Well,
ROFLcast
no,
how shitty that movie
Of course,
was.
because the plot was horrible, but the merits it did have were the soundtrack was fucking awesome, and I thought the CGI was done really, really well.
Yeah. All right. Let's Marty Noxon, by the way, who wrote the screenplay for this movie, showrunner on Buffy, also did a couple episodes of Angel, did Point Pleasant on
Was she a
Fox.
producer, director?
And writer. Grey's Anatomy, Private Practice, Mad Men, which she won a bunch of awards for, and Glee. For
Is
the
this
new
her
season.
first feature that she's done?
Yes.
Did she produce again or direct? Or?
Right.
Oh, she wrote it. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Okay, so it might not be too bad. She might have written actually a good plot.
Listen, it's a solid movie. It's not the best movie in the world, but
Yeah.
it's everything you want. You want a badass vampire that just straight up just starts going around fucking shit up. That's what he does.
Cool.
And once again, a lot of things in the trailer that you did see are very early plot pieces. Let's jump into another song now that we're in the bottle.
Hopefully.
There's a new movie called Abduction starring Taylor Lautner. Now, here's the thing about Taylor Lautner.
Is it about an alien abduction?
No.
What?
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay. Is it about a girl who gets abducted by some terrorists?
No.
Why the fuck is it called Abduction?
I don't know. No one gets abducted in the trailer, so I'm like really confused about the movie
Okay.
so far. He's some sort of like super hybrid human, and his parents are secret agents that weren't really his parents, and he saw them get murdered, and he has to hunt down the CIA and kill them. It's fucking stupid.
And it's called Abduction?
yeah.
Interesting.
No idea why. Listen, Taylor Lautner made $1 million for the first Twilight film. Because, I mean, he had all that merit from being Shark Boy in Shark Boy versus Lava Girl in 3.
Obviously, that gives you huge merit,
huge
doesn't it?
payday. Then he got $11.5 million for the next one, and for the last 2, he's getting $16.5 million for each Twilight movie. He is now one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood, and this is his first starring vehicle.
It should be exquisite.
Why? Why is he getting so much? Why is he one of the highest paid people in Hollywood?
I have no idea.
Why
He's
is he
making
getting so
like
much
what
fucking
Brad
money?
Pitt's making, man.
Exactly. He makes more than Robert Redford makes. He makes more than Jackie Chan does as an action star.
Tweens like going to films
This
with him
is
in it, I
horse
guess.
shit. There is no justice in the universe.
Is this movie gonna be like PG-13 or
It
something?
is.
Yeah,
It's gonna be some fucking bullshit. Dude.
Yeah, they're just they're capitalizing on the marketing fallout from everything
Listen,
else that he's doing right now.
This guy has a super high pitched voice. He has fucking no acting chops whatsoever, and he runs around with his shirt off for the entire fucking movie. No, there's gonna be no merit to any film he ever makes. He is the worst form of an action star. That being said, let's play a song from the trailer.
The song from the trailer is called Kids by Sleigh Bells.
All right, and we're back. That was Kids by Sleigh Bells.
All women in that band.
I didn't know that.
I'm not even sure if that's true. Listen, there's a report online that said dogs can reliably sniff out lung cancer, according to a German study.
What?
Yep.
Dude, that's some good sniffing abilities
I know, but
of a
there's
dog.
we got more important news. I saw the hover. There's a hovercraft in the new Batman movie.
A hovercraft?
Yeah, it's a giant. Like every time there's a Batman movie, he releases a new like bat weird thing.
Yeah.
See, it's weird because I hated the bat cycle. I thought that was the dumbest fucking thing that they did in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "No, I need to do in the last movie hovercraft."
Well, it's
So he
better
has
than
this-
shark repellent bat spray.
I don't know if it is though.
Is it
A
really?
giant bat hovercraft is like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I just don't know why they would do it. Like, what in the plot would require him to have a fucking bat hovercraft?
What in the plot required him to have a fucking motorcycle?
Well, I don't know. It's faster than a car, whatever you want to use. But a hovercraft is a very fucking distinct.
Hot lava. The ground is hot lava.
Exactly. We need to get over this hot lava, so we might need that hovercraft.
Listen, it's fucking ludicrous.
Have they released a trailer for that yet?
Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
Teaser.
it's just that really the teaser one, really slow.
With
Doesn't have a
clips
lot
all
of
from
action
the
in it.
original thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't show a lot of new footage.
Okay. Speaking of Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises. They want to do a Batman Superman film after this, really, really, really badly.
Like with Christian Bale in it?
Yeah.
And they're gonna have the new
And
Spider-Man. What's his name?
the new
or Superman?
Henry Cavill.
Sure, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, they're gonna have him as a Batman. Well, see, here's the thing: if Superman does super well, they'll have it like a Batman versus Superman. If it doesn't do very well, it will become kind of like Batman mentoring a young Superman. Or if Bale isn't talked into doing it with the massive amount of money that they're handing him, then they'll bring back Keaton and do old Batman teaches
What?
a young Superman.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And like reports of Keaton being interested in doing this, or this is
I
just
did-
talk right
just
now?
talk, but this is like right from the producer's mouth.
That would be interesting.
The guy who produced every Batman film ever made since the original Batman done in 1989.
Yeah.
He's the one that's talking about it,
Oh wow.
and he's produced every single one of them.
So the only what would they do for a story though?
I mean, there's a million different stories. They can tap into 100 wells. Or just
Oh
write a
yeah,
whole-
there's how many graphic
I'm sure
novels that have
Goyer
already
would
been
be
written
interesting
about it. But.
Yeah, Goyer will be interested in writing a new story about it.
So
I'm sure.
is it Snyder?
Yeah, Zack Snyder is doing Man of Steel.
He's doing Man of Steel.
So we have a little bit of like spoilery stuff from Man of Steel. We do know that obviously Zod and stuff are going to be in it, but Papa Kent is going to die in the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't he already? He's already dead in the last film.
Yeah, but this is a complete reboot though.
Again.
Yeah. Every couple of years, reboot.
Oh, I hope they don't tell like an origin story again. It's like every goddamn time.
Who doesn't know his
Ugh.
origin story? That's what
Everybody knows his origin story.
just
by
gonna put
now.
out there. Fright Night did not have an origin story. Just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, and it was still a great film, now wasn't it?
Great movie. Also, Amazing Spider-Man coming up. Super excited. Emma Stone, who's playing what's her name? Gwen Stacy in the film, says that their kiss will be as iconic as the upside down kiss from the first movie.
Ooh. Who gives a fuck?
That's the stuff you wanted to know.
Dude, that trailer, I saw that trailer and I was thoroughly unimpressed. Like
For Spider-Man?
Yeah, it was just it seemed super emo, and then they did this first person like
That thing, I don't know.
moving atlas or not move what's that game?
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge
Yeah,
type thing, and
yeah.
it was all like first person-y, and all I thought was Doom, the movie Doom, and I was like, this is bad.
Well, see, the
This is
problem
not good.
the problem is that when they were making the movie, the director, who's one of my favorite directors, who did 500 Days of Summer, Mark Webb, he was like, yeah, we're not going to use a ton of CG. Like, if he's going to be swinging around, we want him swinging around. Then I saw the trailer, and it was like all CG. And I was
Yeah,
like,
you're like, what the fuck?
But apparently that was just like a studio intervention thing.
Well, and I hope they release another trailer, because I
they will. I mean, I
I
was
felt
just
that
like,
that trailer, I don't know.
I personally, I liked it because you got a little bit of the relationship. You got this mystery behind his parents. You got him developing organic web shooters and shit.
Yeah, like that stuff was cool, but the way they played it in the trailer, it was just so like dark and down, and it wasn't like dark in like the Batman kind of way. It was dark in the almost like I'm all emo and sad kind of way.
I didn't feel that, but I could see why you would feel that. It's because your brain is smaller than regular humans.
Fuck your life.
Wonder Woman, we know that the project was scrapped for TV. That was done by the Ally McBeal producers.
Oh god,
Thank
those
God.
screenshots looked horrible. Or
And the
whatever
girl
they
who
had.
played it, the something Pilecki or whatever. I can't remember.
I
her
don't
name.
remember.
But she oh god, and she had a lot of plastic surgery done. Don't get me wrong, she has like great fake boobs now. But it was such a bad fucking idea.
Well, and I remember seeing just a lot of photos from the set when they were doing the filming of the pilot or wherever the hell it was, and it just looked horrid.
From the guy who made Ally McBeal. Why the fuck would you
From
want
the
to watch
guy
that?
who made Ally McBeal comes Wonder Woman.
So Nicholas Winding Refn, who directed Drive with Ryan Gosling, is now doing Logan's Run with Gosling as well.
Nice.
He says if Logan's Run is successful, he's going to do Wonder Woman. He thinks Christina Hendricks would be the perfect Wonder Woman. Here's a problem. She would not. That's it.
What's she? That's all.
She's the super hot redhead from Mad Men.
Redhead Wonder Woman?
Well, she'd probably dye her hair black. But she's a natural redhead. Listen, Christina Hendricks is one of the most gorgeous women on the planet. I would straight up murder everyone I know in front of a courthouse just to smell her panties. All right?
You're a dirty man.
She is absolutely stunning, and I love her to death. And if I had a free B5, she'd be number one on that list. But she's not Wonder Woman, man. She's too curvy. She's too thick. She ain't right. You gotta look at Linda Carter, and even then, she was too small. You need someone that's big and imposing. Go watch the original Zorro, not the original Zorro, but the Antonio Banderas Zorro, the first one he did in 1998.
Yeah.
And look at Catherine Zeta-Jones in that as like this beautiful raven.
That would have been a good Wonder Woman.
That would have been.
Hell yeah.
12, or I guess 20 years ago. 10 years ago?
Something like that.
Yeah, 15
years
years
ago.
Yeah. She would have been. We are not good at math. We're about as good as math as women. She would have been a perfect one. You need to find someone like that. You don't want fucking whoever they're thinking of right now. There will be a trilogy to Planet of the Apes because it did extremely well. Still haven't seen the movie yet.
How did it do?
Did extremely well.
What did you? I didn't really hear anything about it in regards to if it was any
80%
good. If it
Rotten
sucked,
Tomatoes. Close to 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Still new though.
54 million on it's about 2-3 weeks old now. Made 54 million opening. Like it did fucking great box office. Let's move on to the next song. We got two songs from the actually no, let's do 50-50 first. The movie 50-50 is coming out soon with Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Also from 500 Days of Summer. It's about a guy who gets cancer and has a 50-50 chance of surviving. Now,
Is this an Apatow film or?
I don't think it's an Apatow film, but it is a comedy.
So what are they just gonna do? Is like he might die, so let's do anything and everything.
I think that might be kind of. Well, I think it's more about him coming out of his shell now that he's about to die.
Okay.
He finally learns how to live. A little bit like Funny People.
Okay. Yeah.
Now,
yeah. Wait a minute. They already made that film.
except now with a good actor instead of Adam Sandler. This movie, they sent out an email for the Cineplex scene members to say, hey, get free tickets to the screening. And by the time I got to my computer, it was already booked out. And I wept.
You cried?
I cried.
Like a little bitch.
Openly like a man. Here's a song from the trailer by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. The song is Carries On. Welcome back, everybody. That was Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zeros with Carry On.
Yes, it was.
My pants are off.
Are they?
Yeah, look.
Oh, God, what the fuck? Why are your pants off? I turned, you're like, hey, take a look. Yep, his pants are literally off.
They
He's
are
not
on.
completely nude, but his
Not-
pants are no longer
I'm
on.
not 100% nude, but most of my clothes are off. The only thing, I'm just going to my shirt.
No, the shirts, keep that on.
Keep that on.
Keep that on.
For the benefit of mankind.
Obviously. Okay, so I've got a little bit of.
It's Hollywood's gaming segment.
Yeah, hey.
It's everybody's favorite time.
It's everyone's favorite
so this
time.
is what. Listen, a little thing you can do while your segment. A little
Okay.
fun game for people at home.
Sure.
Is just to reading Gadget or something, so you're not bored.
Yeah, go somewhere
Heads
else.
up, yeah.
Do something else. It's
Maybe
not
get
like
some
I'm
dishes
just summing up
done,
all
yeah.
those blogs. No.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
No, I'm not going to talk about too much, but there were some interesting things that have happened over the last however long it's been
I'm
since we last
already
recorded.
bored.
Fuck you.
Keep going.
All right. So Nintendo released their new console, and it is named the Wii U.
Wow.
The horriblest
Wow,
fucking name
amazing.
on the planet for a console.
Why? I think that's a joke.
No, it's literally called. They've trademarked it and everything. The Wii and then the letter U. That's what their new console. And it's only like as powerful as a 360 or a PS3.
It's not as powerful as a PS3.
They said it's comparable to.
Comparable to a PS3 controller.
Well, and that's the thing. And it came like the way it works. It comes with this controller that has like a touch screen on it, and it's really weird.
It's funny how Wii is like the future is motion gaming. That being said, we're gonna create a giant controller with a screen on it, and Xbox makes Kinect and is like, oh fuck you guys.
Well, I don't know. I understand what they're trying to do with the screen because they're trying to do like a lot of augmented reality stuff, and augmented reality stuff is pretty cool.
It's a really big DS that's not portable.
Essentially, yeah. It's the Wii U is a giant DS with about as much power as a PS3.
Here's the problem. What they should have done is, listen, a second screen, sure, it makes sense in a handheld sense, but not for the home gaming. You don't want to look up at a TV 30 feet away and then have to look back down at your fucking controller all the time.
Well, see, like the only application where I could think I was like, this would be really handy is if, say, in Zelda, you had all your inventory on that screen. So your game is up there and then your inventory and you can just touch screen move it all.
Yeah, you know what?
But beyond that, like, is it really going to make the gaming experience that much more unique?
The dual screen thing is fucking inspired for the handheld. It is goddamn useless for the console. What they should have done is, and like, here's the biggest thing, is that while you're playing a game on there, if someone needs to watch TV, you can just like suck the game into that little controller and play the game off the controller instead of on the TV.
You can actually
Which-
do that.
Huge for kids.
Yeah,
Huge-
they have it so you can play the game that you would be playing on the Wii U on your controller.
But this is like a parent committee making a video game system, not a kids committee. Because like, oh, we can have our TV back, and they don't have to take our TV all the time. That'd be real nice.
Nintendo is the Disney of the gaming industry.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to think about the gamer as well, because to me, like, the most iconic thing in my childhood was all the games were on an even par, but Nintendo took the cake as a kid.
Well, they're definitely marketing to the kids for sure, and Nintendo has that market.
But
the
there's
hardcore
never been
gamer
such a
that's
lopsided gameplay mechanic ever in the history of consoles.
well, what they were trying to do at their E3 press conference was basically say, hey guys, we're gonna be here for the hardcore gamer again, and our console's gonna be just as powerful as the other guys, but the PlayStation and the Xbox are going to be coming out with new consoles in the next 2 to 3 years, and this console's going to come out next year, and it's going to be
Sony will
powerful.
go bankrupt instead.
Sony?
Kind of banking on Sony going bankrupt.
That's a
I don't see
possibility.
any PS3. I see some bankruptcy
Well,
in their future.
like the saddest part is that the Wii U, which is going to be coming out next year, is going to be as powerful as Sony's handheld that's coming out next year.
yeah.
Sony's goddamn handheld is just as powerful as a home console.
Oh well, that's the Wii right now. My Samsung Focus has
Is-
the same amount
yeah.
of polygon rendering as a Wii.
Well, it's like iPad versus my my Wii. Which one's got better graphics quality?
Yeah, arguably it's definitely the iPad.
And Nintendo also released their 3DS, and they recently had to do an $80 price drop from
Huge.
$250 down to $170.
That's a huge price drop.
Because when PlayStation's new handheld was announced and they announced the price, it was priced at the exact same as the 3DS, and the graphic quality from one to the other is just night and day.
Light years different.
The new PS Vita, it's called, which is Sony's new handheld gaming device. That is like the graphics are as good as a PS3.
What does it look like? What's the deal with the Vita?
What's the deal with the Vita?
never seen it.
It's got the screen is touch screen. There's like a touch pad on the back, which is kind of weird.
Is
It's
it
got
shaped like
the
the old console they did?
It's kind of shaped like the PSP, yeah.
PSP, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's like the not the predecessor, the
Successor.
successor to the PSP.
Okay.
I know it looks really interesting. Like I would never buy one because I already carry 2 iPhones and an iPad 2 around. I don't need to carry a frickin' 3DS or an iPad 2 with me.
I'm gonna make you do it.
Yeah, you're gonna make me do it.
I'm gonna staple it to your body.
Well, it looks really sleek. It's got like two analog sticks. It's got D-pad. It's got the 4 and it's got triggers. Like it's your normal looking handheld gaming device, and it can have some amazing experiences on it. But are handhelds even valid anymore?
I think that the whole thing for Nintendo was, hey, you don't have to be tied to a console anymore. You can have a semi-portable device. Like it's a mix between an iPad and the system.
You mean with the Wii U?
With the Wii U.
Well, they're saying you might not even be able to leave your living room.
Oh,
with
shit.
you have
So
to
is it
be in the
Bluetooth?
living.
It's
Yeah, I think it's
Bluetooth.
like
Yeah.
some sort of kind of like Bluetooth, and you can only hook up right now. They only have it set to hook up one of the controllers.
Fuck that.
So
Okay.
what you have to use is the one touchscreen controller, and then everybody else gets fucking Wiimotes.
All right, let's move on. That's fucking stupid.
Let's
move on.
All right.
It's just pissing me off now.
The other thing that's kind of interesting is that Duke Nukem, the game that was in development hell for 12 years, there was a Duke Nukem that was released in the 90s. Some of you guys might remember it. It took them 12 years to release the
Two
next.
Duke Nukem was released in the 90s.
Two Duke.
Yeah.
Shut up. The,
Sorry.
The last most recent one was in like 99, but 12 years later they finally released it. And can you guess how good it was?
It was great.
It was a fucking flaming piece of shit.
Really?
It got reviewed horribly.
Really?
Because what happened is they were constantly remaking it over and over. So they'd make it for like the Xbox, and then they'd be like, oh shit, it took us too long. And then they'd remake it on another game engine. Then they'd remake it on the Unreal Engine. And they kept remaking the game on different engines. So when they finally got the thing released, it was just a slapped together flaming piece of shit. It's got reviewed horribly. Everyone dislikes it. They made over 1 million pre-sales. So they made all their money. They made, I think it was like 2 million copies or something
Duke
in total.
Nukem
They
forever.
released. Yeah, for the new Duke Nukem. And it was, so they made, it's like, if they sold 2 million copies at $60 a pop, that's $120 million.
They made their money back.
They
and
made
then
their
some.
money back, yeah. But it's just, hopefully they make a good Duke Nukem, but I just
Too
don't
late,
know how
man.
relevant
Too late.
it is anymore,
You made us wait that long and you gave us garbage. It's too long. It's like Counter-Strike.
Well,
Speaking
of Counter-Strike,
Go on.
Valve just announced that there's going to be a new Counter-Strike coming out.
So fucking excited.
That's something I could get into. I dislike
Counter-Strike 2 sucked.
I dislike first-person shooters, and not all first-person shooters. Let me preface this a little bit. I dislike Modern Warfare,
Whoa!
and I dislike Black Ops.
You blew my mind.
But that being said,
You don't like Modern
I
Warfare
was a
2.
huge fan of the original Counter-Strike, and I like first-person
Which version?
shooters like
0.8 or
Half-Life.
1.3. Like, what'd you play for Counter-Strike?
For Counter-Strike,
1.3, 1.6. What'd you play?
somewhere around there. It was one of the first builds. It
So
was
maybe
like
0.8.
Team Fortress Classic. Like this is 98.
Yeah.
We're going way back. I love that game. And everything after that, I felt like they just made a Counter-Strike clone, and it pissed me off because I was like, everyone is just making Counter-Strike clones.
But not as good.
Exactly.
Well, until Soldier of Fortune got really popular, and then they started making those clones.
I haven't, I need to play a little more of Modern Warfare. I'll give you that. But I am excited to play the new Counter-Strike.
Okay.
All right, and that's the gaming segment.
With Hollywood.
Do we have a song to follow this up with?
We do, sir. Listen, this song is from our favorite director, Brett Ratner. That's sarcasm. We fucking hate Brett Ratner.
Love him almost as much as Roland Emmerich.
We need to do... I think I've noticed that almost all the films that we get songs from, we just fucking hate.
We just like them.
We do not like those films. This is a new movie called Tower Heist, an upcoming crime comedy film. We'll talk more about it after the break. In the meantime, come enjoy some awesomeness with Come On and Get It. Enjoy.
out of one. It's James. Yes! Welcome back, everybody. That was Lenny Kravitz with "Come On and Get It." Good goddamn song.
I think for the gaming segment from now on, I'm gonna find a song from a gaming trailer,
that's
from
a
a
great
game
idea.
trailer,
We
and
did
we're
that-
gonna
we
use
did-
that
We did
for
that
that
on
segment.
46.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did New
Little
York,
Big
New York.
Planet.
No, that was
was a
a few.
different-
That was 42. New York.
From the Crisis 2 soundtrack.
Yeah,
is what we
yeah,
used, yeah. So Tower Heist is a new film coming out by Brett Ratner, starring Ben Stiller, Casey Affleck, Matthew Broderick, Eddie Murphy, Alan Alda, Michael Pena, Téa Leoni, and Gabourey Sidibe, who you might remember as Precious.
It's an interesting cast.
Great
I'll give them that. Like,
great
Brett
cast.
Ratner's directing though.
Yeah, and
Like-
but Ben Stiller, Casey Affleck, Broderick, Eddie Murphy, like this could have been so good, but it's not going to be.
Well, because Brett started doing a Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. Yeah.
Rush Hour was his thing, and then
X-Men.
Yeah,
X-Men 3 he
that
did,
was-
which is the worst fucking movie ever. So here's his movies. Money Talks is his first one. Rush Hour, The Family Man, I actually liked. I did Rush Hour 2, Red Dragon.
dude, he did Red Dragon.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Weird.
What?
He did Prison Break, which sucked. X-Men Last Stand, Rush Hour 3, one of the worst movies ever made, that was publicly bashed by the classiest man in Hollywood, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan, who's never had anything negative to say his entire 50-year career, was like, this movie fucking sucks.
Well done, Jackie Chan.
Did New York, I Love You, who's doing Brothers Grimm.
Dude, I really liked Red Dragon, and I am almost appalled at the fact that he directed it.
I think it was just really good acting and really good script. I don't think the direction was anything to write home about.
I'd have to go back, yeah.
Yeah, I think if with enough intervention, even someone like him can put out a good movie. He's just that asshole who doesn't like, I don't know.
It's like George Lucas still put out the original 3, so with another intervention. There were some good films there to start. back in the 70s.
We just hate Brett Ratner. Just if you're on the internet, you hate Brett Ratner. It's not even logical. Weird thing is this movie is going to be like a revenge film for Bernie Madoff. So this guy who like swindled all these people out of their money by giving them false investments is under house arrest in the hotel that all these people work in, and all these people also invested with him, so they lost all their money. And this guy has like $20 million that he's just sitting on and will never get rid of.
Oh, okay.
So they go in there and they get it back.
Yeah,
It's-
with that ensemble cast, it kind of sounds like it's going to be sort of like an
Heist
Ocean's
film,
11-y
yeah.
type, or something like that.
I'm surprised that Gabourey Sidibe is doing something else, because I know she's on the TV show The Big C, and she did SNL, but now she's doing an actual movie. Whereas I didn't think she'd have much of a career after Precious. I thought it was going to be like that girl from Whale Rider, where she was in Whale Rider and then no one ever saw her again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, good for her. I mean, still getting work, although she may not deserve it.
I never saw Precious.
You shouldn't see Precious.
I won't.
That movie was fucking terrible. It's a word. You don't want to watch that.
If you give me any spoilers for the Avengers, I will kill you, son.
All
I
right.
still haven't seen Thor.
You haven't
I still
seen
haven't
Thor
seen
yet?
Captain America.
What?
Dude, I am behind.
So I saw Thor and I saw Captain America.
I was supposed to. We tried. We even went to the fucking theater to go watch
They're
it.
okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, better than Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd say on par with Iron Man
Oh.
2. There's a lot of things wrong with fucking Thor, dude.
Yeah.
We won't get into it
But
now,
not.
but
I heard Captain America was decent.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not really like a
X-Men First Class is just like leagues better than all of them. And even then, X-Men First Class had a ton of problems.
yeah, exactly. X-Men First Class wasn't a perfect film, but it was very good for. And that I always hate having to preface like for a superhero film.
Yeah,
you know,
but
X-Men
you
First
almost
Class
have
was
to.
really, really, really good for a superhero film. If you put it up against something that's like a great film on its own, probably not going to stand nearly as nice.
Probably not great. Let's call it in. Let's wrap this one up. It's gone long.
Gone long. We're barely breaking 46 minutes.
I know. I want to keep it under an hour. So thank you everyone for listening. That's ROFLcast for this week. Not great.
but
Not
but
ideal.
good. But it was. I thought it was
not
okay.
good. I don't think it was.
It's been a while,
I don't
so
think it's. I don't even think it's remote. Well, you deserve better.
yeah.
If I were you,
I'm sorry.
I would hit unsubscribe.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
I would do. But you can make whatever decision you want in life. I think this is us getting our footing again. This is like the first time Rocky goes back into the gym after being out of it for 20 years. He starts training again, and it's kind of like, oh man, like he almost has it back there, but he's still getting his footing and shit. That's us right now.
Right now,
We're the lead up of like Rocky Balboa.
clearly.
This is what this is about.
So that means the uncut is where all the amazing things this week are
I
going
don't
to
know.
happen.
I don't know if the uncut's gonna be it this week, but I know that this week.
maybe the next.
Yeah, maybe
podcast.
the next week. Listen, we should call this one the one you could skip. That's the no, we had some okay.
No, I
stuff
thought
there.
it was good.
Never apologize to your audience when
No.
you fuck up.
Don't do that.
But that being said, I am sorry.
I apologize profusely.
No, it was okay. We're getting there. Next week will be better.
Maybe one day we won't be horrible. If we think if we just keep doing this, we have
I
to
can't
get better.
guarantee anything, but I do know that this week was not ideal. To be fair, I've never really liked anything we've ever done. All right, we're gonna call it off with a good goddamn song. Just call it a good night. Join us at ROFLcast.com. Make sure you subscribe. Just subscribe on iTunes, subscribe on Zune Marketplace, wherever you may get your music. You can click subscribe on the right-hand side of the ROFLcast page. Tell your friends about it. You know, like our Facebook fan page at facebook.com/page/ROFLcast. Anything else you'd like to say?
I think that's it. Hollywood's signing off.
And we're going to leave you with another song from Tower Heist, 99 Problems by Jay-Z. Because we're fucking monsters like that. And until next time, we remain podcasting.
Bitch. Get. Yo. Asshole. Shit. Yeah. Fuck it. Niggas. Bitch. 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 Fuck. Shit. Shit. Bitch. 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 Nigga. Ho. Ho. Pussy. Pussy. Damn. gun. Bitch. Bitch. Bitch.